Player of the Year. He's been targeted 6 times already, but just 1 reception, in part because Sam Darnold is over his last 5, as the Patriots defense has kept Seattle in check, except for the 2 long runs by Kenneth Walker, 30 and 29 yards on the last drive. But 2 field goals so far. Seattle 6, New England nothing. Patriots have had it 3 times, and they've punted all 3 times. And Myers will kick away. Both guys going back for it, and it's into the end zone for a touchback. So New England will have good field position here. What a turnaround. 4 wins the last couple of years for the Patriots. Mike Vrabel is hired, replaces Gerard Mayo as the head coach. And a lot of folks come in, and it is a major rebuild for this team. 30 players in their first year with this team. That's the most ever for a Super Bowl team. Both sides of the ball, veterans brought in, include the postseason, 17-3, 13 more wins than last year. Never been done in league history. Brings New England as the AFC champs here to Santa Clara. Travion Henderson with the run for a few yards. And Chris, in large part, I love, as we visited with Mike Vrabel this season and this week, veterans in each room, each position, receivers, defensive backs, all the way across. He's really built a great team around them.
In his opening speech for the team when he first got there, you will respect everyone in this building. And it almost shook up the players. They weren't talking about winning or working hard or tackling. They were talking about respect inside this building, and you could feel it.
Here is May, again pressure back to him, and he's brought down. Riley Mills fought through the offensive lineman, and the rookie out of Notre Dame has a sack in the Super Bowl.
Now Riley Mills going to get it in on the act, and another rookie he's attacking, Jared Wilson. So it has been that left side of the offensive line that we anticipated having problems. I just don't think that New England can continue to try to run drop-back passing plays. They have not protected it yet. Maybe play action, maybe bootleg. Frank May running is a good idea, too.
Going to get in the hands of Stephon Diggs. See if the veteran can do something. Not much to the sideline for only about 5 yards. It'll bring up 4th down. A lot of folks and bodies on that very tight sideline. One of the officials was bumped down. Everybody's sorted out and getting to their proper side here. And so the alternate officials as well, who you see there, just helping to keep the peace as everybody gets back to their respective sideline and the punting unit is out, as it has been every drive for the Patriots.
If you're looking for a little spice on the football field, Stephon Diggs is usually a pretty good place to start.
Everything in place for Behringer, the 3rd-year man out of Michigan State, to kick it away. Shaheed back. Good hang time. Only 39 yards on the kick, but the Patriots are fine with that. Don't give Shaheed fuel to fire. Defense frustrating the offense. The story in the first third of Super Bowl 60. Getting everybody straight. That's the whole offense there. Stephon Diggs, who waited 178 regular season games to get to the Super Bowl. Both getting the Patriots offense to stay calm. 4 drives, 4 punts for New England. Here's Walker having a big first half to the edge for right around 10 yards, as he is right around 85 in this first half.
It's amazing how deep inside the hole he can get and still bounce it outside and be able to get there. But I feel like I'm watching practice again. It was sort of the same thing with this guy. And you could tell even the defenders were kind of looking like, what was that?
He's the best running back in college football when he came out, won the Doak Walker Award in his 1 year at Michigan State. Got it again. That inside run. Milton Williams and company trying to shut it down. Milton Williams, he was the one standing up in the middle, 97 for New England. He's a guy who knows all about the Super Bowl. Been to a couple. This is his 13th playoff game. He's one of those veteran leaders. Didn't stop Walker for long enough. It's a first down for Seattle.
Milton Williams definitely believes that he has the advantage in this game.
Just checking the spot here, and he gets to the 39-yard line with a push. Surrounded by bodies, the ruling was that the ball got to the 39. And the first down given. Pressure on Darnold. Able to get away. Behind Walker, hit incomplete. Spillane lurking. Incomplete, second down, and here's Kaylee Arthur.
Well, Kenneth Walker told me he is playing for something extra tonight. Mike, as you mentioned, he and Zach Charbonnet were a 1-2 punch in the Seahawks backfield this season until Charbonnet tore his ACL in the divisional round. Well, Walker's responded with over 100 scrimmage yards in each playoff game. He said, I saw my brother go down, so I'm playing for him. I told Charbonnet that. He said, that's my brother for real. It means a lot. He's got my back, and I got his no matter what.
And Charbonnet being out means when Walker gets a break, George Halani, who's in right now, becomes the back, trying to pick up this Patriots pressure. And he did on the pass to Cooper Kupp. Driven to the sideline by Marcus Jones as the Super Bowl 56 MVP gets his second catch of the night.
Yeah, and it was Cooper Kupp who admitted to us in our meetings and our discussions with him, he said, I never ever say, give me the ball, ever. But in that last Super Bowl, I knew that I was the only healthy body left. I went up, said, give me the ball. They did. He ends up MVP, and they win.
He told us that story sitting next to Jackson Smith and Jigba, who's looking at him like Dad was telling a kid a story. Like, wow. Third and a couple. Darnold pressured by Williams, got away, and the first down for Walker. Good contact balance to stay on his feet to the Patriots' 46-yard line.
I really feel like the difference in this game is the escapability so far of Sam Darnold. Watch the pressure come up with Milton Williams right inside here. Beautiful move, and yet he's going to find his way out and around, and I think that Darnold's doing the right thing now. Let's get the ball out of my hands. I could even see him take off and run a little bit. Both these quarterbacks need to open it up with their legs.
Walker patiently waits, then bounces off the first tackle by Corey Durden to get to the 44-yard line.
So watch Kenneth Walker here. He's walking, as he's appropriately named. Just kind of there did a little nice stroll, and then, you know, especially on those double team blocks when Seattle gets out and they get to the guard and the center and get a push. Sometimes you want to wait on that to get pushed down the field, and right now Walker is exhausted.
So Halani is the back, and he gets it. Only a couple of yards as Durden fired up as he and Jennings lead the Patriots defense. Setting up another third down here for Seattle. They're 2 of 6 converting third down thus far.
You know, it's so interesting that most of the NFL season you would go, all right, this is 4-down territory here, right? But not with this head coach. And not in this game. It's so much a field position game. I feel like they're going to have to convert it here, or they probably punt.
Seattle goes for it the least in the NFL on fourth down. Third and 5. Patriots bring one extra. Walker on the He was backpedaling, and Robert Spillane, playing through a painful ankle, had the hit on him. It sets up fourth down, and the punting unit back on the field.
Really good job that time by Cooper Kupp, making Spillane go out and around, and basically they had this play, just got to catch the ball. Here's the part we didn't tell you about Kenneth Walker. 1, he's not a very good blocker, and 2, he's not a very good receiver. So when he's running the ball, he looks great, but in key moments, he's going to have to make those plays.
Dixon hangs it and trying to pin it right by the 1-yard line. Well done. The kick was brilliant. Velus Jones escorted the ball to the sideline. New England's got 98 yards to go. 9 possessions, 7 punts. Defenses and special teams top notch here in Super Bowl 60. Team thus far this evening, New England from its own 2. For space, Ramondre Stevenson, through, got 3 to the 5. Melissa, what's it been like down on that Patriots sideline?
Well, we saw a 12-year veteran, Morgan Moses, gather the entire Patriots offense and say, we knew it was going to be 60 minutes. We're here. We've arrived. We're killing ourselves. Let's play our game. And then right after that, head coach Mike Vrabel said specifically to the offensive line, we're going to gain yards. We're going to go play. Go play and be aggressive.
Trying to do it with a rookie left side of that offensive line.
And Mike, this sequence may well decide the game. If they've got to punt the football.
Good timeout taken. I think Seattle had 10 on the field there.
First charge. Timeout. Seattle.
And they take their first timeout.
It has been the rookies on the left side of this offensive line. We talked about it at the beginning of the game, but they simply cannot hold up on the outside. It's been Will Campbell several times, and then it was Jared Wilson who gave up the sack. This is a formula that's just not going to work as is. So Drake May, his mobility is going to have to come into play. Screens, quick wide receiver screens, something to get the ball outside the interior core of that Seattle defense, because they're losing the battle there.
I mean, it's a great credit to this team. They had 2 rookies next to each other get to the Super Bowl. That's never happened before that we've seen that. So the timeout taken, Seattle had 10 players on the field. 2nd and 7 for Drake May. From his end zone, incomplete. Julian Love was closing in on Mac Hollins, and it'll be 3rd down for the Patriots.
I mean, they're really just playing zone defenses. That's all they're doing. And the clock in the head of Drake May has been so sped up. He's throwing it before he has to, and they're missing opportunities. This has to be a first down, or they're going to go in probably down at least 9-0.
3rd and 7, it's a 4-man rush. They're quick, and it is brought in by Douglas for a very big first down. Josh Jobe was there out of his zone for coverage, but New England gets the first down.
This is a tremendous throw, because you're going to end up with coverage out here on the outside. That little spin around and come back in so many times ends up an interception, and yet we saw Drake May throw it low and tight, enabling that first down to happen.
He didn't get anything going on the ground with Ramondre Stevenson. Comes to the outside, takes it to the 17-yard line. Again, 9 possessions, 7 punts, just a couple of field goals. There have been no penalties in the game thus far. For what it's worth, there has never been a half, rather first or second in Super Bowl history, where each team went penalty-free.
Mike, the biggest thing for the Patriots right here, if they score, great, right? That's wonderful. But you can't give the ball back to Seattle and let them score here. You got 3:15 to win.
On the boot, May escapes and fires incomplete, just getting rid of it because Boye Mafe was all over him. Chris, they don't have a 15, a 20 sack guy. It's just relentless quality that Seattle brings defensively.
It really is, and it's also scheme. I mean, they are getting free runners coming all the time, and I'm not sure exactly why Drake May did not take the flat route on that one. It looked like it was fairly open.
When you say it's scheme, it's a lot of the guy you saw on the screen. Mike McDonald, brilliant defensive coach. Saw it in Baltimore, seeing it here in Seattle. And there is the first flag of the game.
You jinxed it.
Of course I was going to do that. I mean, come on. You had to throw that chum in the water. Born in Detroit, Michigan, Sean Smith refereed his first Super Bowl.
False start. Offense number 66. Penalty.
And that's Will Campbell, the left tackle on that rookie side of the line.
They're flinching. Mike, I hate to say it, but they're flinching in this game. Whether it's the passing game, whether it's the offensive lineman, they're flinching. And they can do better than this. I know they can do better than this.
He flinched and he got flattened. He got beat that time. Mace taking a shot downfield toward Mac Hollins. Incomplete. He's trying to throw one deep, get a flag, get something. And Instead, they'll punt it away with 3:03 till halftime.
I mean, even on that deep throw, he was hit. And, Morgan Moses doing the best he can, but he ran into the quarterback. So everything is collapsing back right now on Drake May, and he's a young player. And now they really have issues here because Seattle has a chance to put up additional points, and it doesn't look like New England's going to score many.
Hang time's been good, trying to keep it away from Shaheed. Never been a punt return for touchdown in the history of the Super Bowl. Shaheed has space around the 33, trying to set up blocks. Inside, Shaheed dropped down around the 43-yard line. So the defense stops the Pats after one first down. Seattle's got the ball with 2:50 in good field position. Who have their best starting field position of the evening. At the row 43 with George Holani and a running back. To fake to him, Darnold pressured, throws back to the middle, to Cooper Kupp. At midfield, a chance for Coop, who gained 7.
That is just tremendous play on the part of Sam Darnold there. He comes out and he's getting hit and he's still executing some of those plays. This is just a bit of a bloodbath out here. And remember, Sam Darnold is the guy that led the NFL with 20 turnovers, none in the playoffs so far, and that has been the difference for this Seattle Seahawks team.
Walker back in the game. Through the hole right side. Keeps going to the 43-yard line. They'll call his forward progress there. Pick up a 7 as we hit the 2-minute warning. Walker with 93 yards has been the offensive star of the first half, dominated by defense on both sides. Seattle up 6-0, driving in Patriots territory at the 2-minute warning. Halftime report. Maria Taylor and the guys will break down the first half. See if anybody has ideas how to get the offenses unlocked in the second half. That's coming up on the Toyota halftime. 2-minute warning. A couple of timeouts left for Seattle. All 3 for New England. Drive 6 for the Seahawks. 4 of them getting into Patriots territory. Walker for a yard, and again, Craig Woodson continues to be a big factor in this New England defense, which is playing quite well.
He really is, but there's a downside to that too. Because basically New England is now sort of admitting for us to stop this running game, we have to bring our safeties down, which is going to create one-on-one coverages on the backside of that. And so now Jackson Smith and Jigba may be getting a chance at something down the field here fairly soon.
Christian Ellis, and the second-year player, undrafted out of Boise State, sets up 3rd and short, neither team using timeouts.
That was a big 3 or 4 yards on the tail end of that. Puts them pretty easily in field goal range now.
Field goal from here will be 53 yards. Breeze had picked up and kickoff has died down a little bit. 3rd and 2, 40 seconds in the half. An inside run, and Holani's got the first down, so Seattle will keep control of the clock here.
Yeah, now it shifts over. Now you're going to see Seattle go to work.
They have the ball at the 30-yard line. They have 1 timeout and 32 seconds remaining. Patriots defense trying to hold them to 3 again. Timeout. Direction of the wind as it comes into the stadium, hits inside and swirls around. It's 8 miles an hour steady, but it's gusting above 12, so there's an effect here in this stadium that'll move the wind. But Myers, the Seattle kicker, as I said, kicks in here once a year. Feels very comfortable with what he'll have to deal with if it's a field goal attempt. 32 seconds left for Darnold and the Seahawks. First down throw. Caught by Cooper Kupp, fighting for the sideline. 25, and the timeout taken by McDonald is Seattle's last with 23 seconds remaining.
So I was wondering what the strategy was going to be from Mike Vrabel. And what he decided was he was going to sit back and make sure he didn't give up a touchdown. I thought on the fringe of the field goal range, he might try and blitz, might try to knock him out of field goal range. He did not. He decided that as long as they're not in the end zone, I like where I am for the second half.
Again, New England getting the ball first. As Drake May and the Patriots offense shut down 52 total yards in this first half. And Seattle out of timeouts with 23 seconds remaining. And George Holani is the running back. Looking, is his inbounds with Kupp. Did he drop it? No, it is ruled a catch at the 18-yard line. That ruled incomplete. While the official coming in from the back, and that might be beneficial to the Seahawks. There it is. There's the ball hitting almost hitting the turf.
I didn't know about that.
That might be a catch, Chris.
It's got to be a
right?
catch.
It's straight there. No, his right hand is off of it there. Yeah. As you watch there, is his right hand off of it when it's touching the ground?
But did it ever touch the ground?
Want to bring in Terry McCauley, three-time Super Bowl referee with us. What are you watching here, Terry?
Yeah, Mike, we've seen two different angles and two different things on the angles. The first angle doesn't look like it touches at all. The second angle looks like it does. Given that, I think it appears that this is going to stay the same. This is going to be an incomplete pass as ruled on the field.
Again, Seattle was out of timeouts, so it would have been fine. They could have had a little fire drill, but they got that ball down because Kupp was past the sticks for a first down. There's one more look at this as it is being looked at.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. Incomplete pass. Third down.
And Terry right on it, as usual. They'll stay with incomplete. Now 15 seconds left without a timeout.
Still time for a completion. Get up and spike the ball, but you're pushing the envelope. And if I were watching this game from Mike McDonald's standpoint, I might go, I'm feeling pretty good about 9-0 at halftime with the way my defense is playing. So I don't think they're going to push it down in the end zone, but they could.
Because the incompletion clock comes back to when the ball touched the ground, therefore the reset at 20. It is 3rd and 3, and now the Patriots.
At this point, because New England has not been able to make those.
And they scheme up something, it's a shot at the end zone from Jackson Smith and Jigba. He's down here at the bottom of the screen. It's 3rd and 3. Darnold looking right, coming back left, and the end zone by Gonzalez. They tried to get it to Smith and Jigba for the second time. Gonzalez, the last line of defense, to knock it away.
This is 2 now for Christian Gonzalez. It is a last-second diving play.
Before the break, traditionally New England, save for one of their previous 11 Super Bowls, they struggled scoring in the first quarter. Here it's the whole first half. It's not just a slow start by New England, it's a great defensive half by Seattle.
It is, and it's an extension of the playoffs for New England's offense.
Yes.
So they were really upset, right? They thought that they were taking shots and people think we're no good and all this stuff. So there was the chip on the shoulder coming into this game. And yet, once again, with another terrific defense, unable to...
In Baltimore, and got started on his path. Spent a decade with the Harbaughs, whether the 9 years with John or the 1 year with Jim at Michigan. His defenses have been good everywhere. The back end of this half, the return by Dearness Johnson comes shy of the 30. And with 6 seconds remaining, the Patriots are likely to take a knee, take it in for the long halftime, and regroup. As you look at their woeful performance offensively in the first half. Now, halftime is 2.5, maybe even 3 times longer than the regular season for the as they go in for the lengthy halftime break. As they go to the locker room, we go to Melissa Stark.